The Bible says at the 11th hour, if you must move, you must understand there is a God of the 11th hour. When everything seems over, there is a God of the 11th hour. When people have concluded on you, there is a God of the 11th hour. When men say there is a cast down, thou shalt say there is a lifting up. There is a God of the 11th hour. When people think you are down and out, God will show up for you. They were in a wedding in John chapter 2, and they were almost ending the wedding in misery and in mockery. The Bible says they ran out of wine, and Jesus said, fill the water pot, and they filled up the water pot. And when a miracle happened, they drew to the governor of the feast, and the governor said, every man doth bring forth good wine at the beginning, but thou hast kept the good wine till now. Almost at the 11th hour, God showed up. What does that tell me? There might be someone under the sound of my voice who is almost giving up. You think everything is over. Everyone has turned their backs on you. Physically speaking, there is no remedy, there is no way out. But there is a God of the 11th hour. Three things I'll tell you now. For every reality, there is a remedy. What do I mean? No matter how real that situation is, there's a remedy. For every reality, there's a remedy. I know the reality is that there is cancer, but there's a remedy. I know the reality is that there is sickle cell, but there's a remedy. I know the reality is that there is scarcity, but there's a remedy. I know the reality is that everyone has turned their backs on you, but there's a remedy. Number two, before you get to the end, there is a bend. Before you get to the end, there is a bend. You say, Apostle, I think in marriage I'm almost getting to the end. I think financially I'm almost getting to the end. But even when you get close to the end, there is a bend. Number three, the end of the day is not the end of the story. Somebody said the end of the day is not the end of the story. That a vehicle stop doesn't mean the journey has ended. They can stop the vehicle to buy bread. They can stop the vehicle to use the restroom, and the journey continues. The fact that a vehicle broke down doesn't mean the journey has ended. The end of the day is not the end of the story. Am I speaking somebody here? Have that proper understanding. For every reality, there is a remedy. The doctor gave you a medical report. That is a fact, but not the truth. It is a fact, but not the truth. The truth is, he was wounded for your transgression, he was bruised for your iniquity. The chastisement of your peace was laid upon him. By his stripes